My favorite character, Feris. I love Feris. She is so awesome. Her voice is a little kind of whiny, but it actually works with anyway, you'll see. I open the door to the May Queen plus Nyan squared maid cafe, and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. One of them is Mayuri. But here she's called Mayushi Nyan. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe. I think she looks pretty cute in the blonde wig. After bowing again, Mayuri gasped as if she thought of something. He comes here about once a month and she just figured that out. Whatever. I love Feris. The other maid who came to greet me, Feris Nyan, her professional name of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's May Queen plus Nyan squared. Ugh, most popular maid. I hate having to say that. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Yeah, I love Feris so much. One, because the whole cat girl thing, which as we get in this farther, you learn is like all the time for her. And the pink hair and the pink eyes. She's so adorable and I love her so much. Oops. Daru frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Feris. Who wouldn't? He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Feris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me. She also plays into his delusion. What mentor? My cat's trying to get into the cabinets behind me. Feris knows my true name, Honkuma. I've also told her all about the organization. And now she's more into it than I am. Or, she's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. If anyone's ever wondered, yes, I move around quite a bit when I'm sitting. I've never been comfortable sitting still for long periods, so I'm always like shifting, and plus I have a lot of pain that gets involved too. Maybe I should start taking pain meds before I start streaming. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique, or whatever it is. Ugh, she's not letting it go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her. I don't mind. I don't, is it the Japanese language in general, but it sounds so whiny. It's kind of interesting, cause my Japanese language to me always either sounds whiny or aggressive. And I guess it might depend on who's speaking, but yeah, anyway, I still love her. Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's this spirit conference anyway? Feris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter, even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on, you can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. I'll check that after we're done with Feris. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Feris has only delusions and made-up backstory. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her. Great, now look who's joined in. It's just going to get worse from here. God, I love Mayuri too. God, I can't do those R's. She's just super sweet and a bit ditzy, and it's just cute. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい。この話はもう終わりだ。
へえ。今日まだけずるいにゃ。そうだよ。マユシーもフェリスちゃんもダメなんてね。オカリンは冷たいと思うのです。
フェリスとは誰だ？
Who is Feris? Oh.
フェリスちゃんはフェリスちゃんだよ。ねえ。
Mary and Feris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Feris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? I can't believe she's never said the name Feris before. That's a disturbing thought.
あのね、マユシーは言いにくいからフェリスちゃんって短くしてるんだ。
なんだ、そういうことか。
なんだか女学院みたいで、それも悪くないにゃ。
Tabby. Okay then, moving on.
いいからさっさと案内してくれ。俺はいつまでここに立っていればいいんだ？
ごめんなさいにゃ。ご主人様、ご案内にゃ。マユシ、ご案内よろしくにゃんにゃ。任せてにゃんにゃ。
If you haven't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at May Queen Plus 9 are required to add cat sounds, nyas and nyans, to their words with some frequency. I've wanted to do something like that, but I just don't know how to do it and not sound fake. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Mayushi Nyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. That's one of the things I love about Feris. It doesn't sound like, it doesn't sound fake. When this voice actress says the lines and adds nya and nyan to the end of words, it just flows, and I don't know if it's like just her voice or the way or the whiny quality to her voice or what, but it just sounds awesome. And but I don't know. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers, and that's why she's second to Feris in popularity at this maid cafe. Oh, whoops, I forgot. I turned auto off. She guides me to Dardu's table. The tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, May Queen Plus 9-2's popularity is solid but not booming. Considering what Feris and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears in Nyanian dialect makes it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. Nyan. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. I also wonder how adding Nyan to the end of English would sound, because I know it's supposed to be the Japanese equivalent of meow, but it sounds better you throwing it in than meow would. Don't you dare. Down. Get down. Spirit. Oops. Come here. Kitty, kitty. My cat was about to jump over, and he would have either knocked my monitor down because of the way things are set up, or knocked my water down over my keyboard and speakers and phones. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid equals 2 times moe. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses. Okay, I think I'll answer my phone now.
遅すぎでしょマジで。
Luca, I asked Mayuri-chan, about what it is you're fighting against, but she just laughed and didn't answer. What should I do? I want to help. Yoma-san. You don't need to know, not yet. Eventually, if Steins so chooses, you will learn the truth whether you're ready or not. Daru sits in front of me, but doesn't look my way. He looks like he's looking at us. He looks upset for some reason.
それで、今フェイリスさんと何を話していたか詳しく。
Jealous much?
聞きたいのか？どうせダルには理解できない話だと思うが。
Hell, even I didn't get most of it.
ああ、そっち系の話か。
The usual.
フェイリスさんとオカリンの会話は普通のオタじゃついていけない領域に達してるよな。オーラみたいなものが出てるっつうの？二人だけの固有結界張りやがって許さない。絶対にだ。
Reality marble.
フェリスちゃんもオカリンのこと気に入ってるみたいだにゃ。
Yeah, that'll make him feel better.
お店の子、お店に来るご主人様たち、みんな含めてフェリスちゃんのお話についていけるのはね、オカリンだけだもんにゃ。
I'm not even close to keeping up with her. Okay, the text is kind
そん
of
なオ
going...
カリンに嫉妬。なんという勝ち組。
Let me take a look at the text speed again. Yeah, the message speed... I guess it could go a tiny bit faster. I've never liked that slow writing out of the text. Oops, that didn't work. There.
嘘で塗り固めた女になど興味はない。
今日のお前が言うなすればここですか。
黙れ浮気野郎めが。二次元の嫁が泣いているぞ。
ぐは痛いところ疲れたっす。
Daru theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri has brought to our table.
ご主人様、ご注文はお決まりですかにゃ？
Excuse me. Oh, I hate when I do that. I accidentally let a tiny bit of water go down my airway. And it's worse because it has lemon in it. I'm really bad about that. Okay.
オムライス、それとホットコーヒー、ブラックで。
かしこまりましにゃんにゃん。
After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between rows of tables. Why does she do this? I hope she doesn't trip.
で、僕になんか用事だった？
Darv asks without getting up from the table. Hey. Meow. That's right. In my confrontations with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective.
あと1時間ぐらいしたらラボに行くつもりだったんだけど。
内密で緊急の話があるのだ。
I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head.
ジョン・タイターは知っているよな。
ジョン・タイター？誰？
アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
またオカリンのいつもの設定？
Made a backstory.
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは全て真実だ。
ああ、めんどくせえ。じゃあ付き合ってやるけどさ。そのタイターってやつが未来人だっていうソースは？
待て、なんでそんな初耳のような言い方をする？
事実初耳だから。
忘れたわけだ。
Sorry, I'm so yawny.
自信はないけど。
日本でもそいつに関する本が出ている。
その本を見せてくれたら思い出せるかも。
本当に何も知らないのか？
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧なもんしょ。デジタルと違ってさ。
This is wrong. I remember talking to Daru about John Titor back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Dardu forgot about it. Yeah, that coughing isn't helping my throat any. Dardu is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Dardu looked up info on John Tidor. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or everyone else's? Oh,
IBN5100 については
I have a thought I want to say so bad. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about all the coughing. I have a thought I want to say so bad, but we haven't gotten to a point in the game where it would make sense. Oh, and I don't want to spoil. Sad face. Maybe someone can remember when we get somewhere where it makes more sense to remind me to say something about his memories and world lines.
Hey, オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんてね。やるじゃん。
知っているんだな。
IBN が1975年に発売したモデルっしょ。
Right, that's what John Titer said on App Channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBM 5100, then leaped to 1998.
どんな PC なんだ？
値段高すぎの PC だな。黎明期だったからすげえ高くて、個人には手が出せなかったらしい。
Okay, this coughing is going to continue if I don't step away for a minute, so I'm going to do but I'll leave you with some music.
I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in, yeah. I never thought that I would get this far. I wanna drive around in the nice cars, I wanna forget about my scars, and just have a good night. I smoke something down, I drink something down, I'm feeling it now, I'm feeling it now. I could say it out loud. When I see you, my heart goes, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, whoa, oh, oh, my heart goes, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, when I see you, my heart goes. Say it out loud. I could say it out loud. I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life The embers have gone dry. I don't need your love to carry on. I don't need your love to make me strong. No, I've got some.
Okay, I'm back. Excuse me. I just want to do one thing real quick. Now, okay. Weird. I had those enabled before. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still coughing a little bit. It's not quite as bad. So let's go ahead and get back to it.
IBM の独自技術が詰まったその当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね。IBM は6年後の1981年に IBM PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売してて、そっちの方が有名なわけ。つうか僕も IBM5100 の知識はネットのウィキを見たことがあるぐらいだぞ。
それが現在の空き場にあるという都市伝説を聞いたことは？
おうおう、あるある。1ヶ月前ぐらいにネットで話題になったな。で、その噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよ。フレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど、その人が中心になってね。
It's interesting that all this stuff is new to
あの
Oakland.
疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど、結局見つからなかったんだって。
じゃあ、都市伝説はデマだったということか。
さあ知らねえ。秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし、案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね？
ふむ、なるほど。
My phone suddenly starts vibrating. Do I want to get this or not? I can check it whenever I want, but I'm talking to Ndaro now, so it can probably wait. I don't know who it is, but it can't be Feris because she's here, so I'm not worried about it.
それで一つだけ確認したいんだが。
I scan the area with my eyes once more, then I lean in close.
IBN5100 は世界滅亡の引き金になるアイテムなんだな。
なんでだよ。引き金にはならないし、世界滅亡もしないっつうの。
にゃに？世界滅亡しちゃうのかにゃ？
Hit her with her eyes wide. Feris brings my rice omelet. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand. True feline agility. Despite her Nyan nonsense, Feris is a consummate professional.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃんにゃん。オムライスにゃん。
cat girl puts the omelet rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. She uses it to write "The world is doomed" in red letters upon the omelet's blank yellow canvas.
おお、世界がやばい来た。フェイリスさんの丸文字の可愛さに僕もやばい。
So one thing, when I first played this game, I never heard of rice omelets before up to that point, and so I was really kind of curious about it. I'm like, okay, you know, how is it different? And so what I found out is it's basically just a very thin omelet, almost like a crepe as far as how thick it is, with wrapped around rice, fried rice. So I'd love one day to go there and try one made properly. I kind of tried to play with one time, but who knows if mine came out right. It appears the cuteness has shattered Dardo's sanity. I give him a look that says calm down, but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words.
Ah, もったいない。
I'm going to eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャン、フェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ。
Darunan.
ああ、もちろん。僕も参加します。
See, something about the way she says it.
なんだそれは。
It fits. I take a mouthful of omelet rice.
次の日曜日にこの店でライネットの大会をやるのにゃ。
Feris starts dancing in place. I'd prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating nearby.
フェイリスはその幹事であり実行委員長、つまり言い出しっぺなのにゃ。よかったら今日も参加するにゃ。参加費はドリンク込みで1000円。フェイリスに勝てた人には商品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ。
無理無理。オカリンはライネットには詳しくないんだ。
にゃー、面白いのに。
いいんだ、俺は。
I stop shoveling the omelet rice into my mouth. Then I deliver a melancholy sigh. Although it's kind of funny because fried rice has
ライネッ
egg in it
ト、アクセスバト
already.
ンか。
At
その名を
least
聞く
what
と
I had.
チャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出す。あれからもう2年になるのか。
Okay, I'm kind of curious. I just want to see something. Okay. I wanted to see what's the difference between Japanese and Chinese fried rice. The major difference is the type of rice used. Chinese fried rice tends to use a longer grain and drier rice, while Japanese fried rice uses a stickier and shorter grain Calrose type. So, that would be the same. That would be the same as sushi, because I've made sushi before. So interesting. I've never thought of trying to make fried rice with sushi rice. Let's see. Okay, I guess adding garlic into it. The addition of more Japanese style mix-ins like mushrooms and diced spam. See, I like adding mushrooms, but usually I'm cooking for me and my daughter, and she won't eat mushrooms or onions. And I like have a good amount of onions. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna have to maybe try this recipe on my own sometime. But that's enough of that for now. But it's making me want to make it. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. It sounds yummy. One thing I do differently too is when I make my rice, I use chicken broth instead of water. Because anything I use it for other than fried rice, I just don't really like it just plain. I like having a little bit of that chicken broth flavor in it.
いや、なんでもない。今の忘れてくれ。
にゃにゃ、すっごく思わせぶりな態度だったのにゃ。あいつって誰にゃ？
多分存在しないんじゃね？ライネットって公式大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし。
Taru's such a killjoy.
あの人のことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ。
And now she's in on that. On the delusion.
確かにあの頃、あの人、フェイリスのお兄ちゃんとキョンマはとっても仲が良くて、フェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ。
Damn it, she took my story and ran with it again. I never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't know if Feris even has siblings. He doesn't. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Feris.
Demo, いい加減、思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ。
Her shout resounds throughout the store. Her finger snaps at me.
フェイリスは辛くても辛いからこそお兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ。覚えてるかにゃ、お兄ちゃんがいつも言ってた言葉。 いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそうって。
フェイリス、コーヒー持ってきて。
にゃにゃ。
I present my empty plate to Feris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. I eat quickly too. It's a habit I picked up from being in the military. Yeah, when I was in the military, during basic training, I'm sure they do this with everyone. Our drill sergeants would play games with us on our eating, and be like, there'd be times when I wouldn't even be through the line picking up food before they would pull us all out of the mess hall. And so I learned two things: eat my food while I'm going through, and because it was always like a buffet style, and so I always would start eating my food while in line, because you never knew if you were going to get to sit down and eat it. And the other thing, let me make sure, is my mic working? Yes. Okay. The other thing was eating fast, because again, you never know when the drill sergeant's going to come in and tell everyone to get in formation. Screw the slow food trend.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Feris takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Phew, if I'd left things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in her fantasy world. Now we know how everyone else feels dealing with us.
フェイリスさんは知る人ぞ知る実力派ライネッターなんだぜ。
Daru explains with a wry smile.
非公式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
ヒクソンかよ。
Daru ignores my perfect retort. I have no
フ
idea
ェイ
who
リス
he's
さんが
talking
公式
about.
大会に出ないのが残念だよ。出れば優勝間違いなしなのに。
なんで出ないんだ？
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考えてるってことっしょ。店に迷惑をかけてまで大会には出ないってスタンス？メイドの鏡だろマジで。それにマユシと同い年だから
Let's check this message
学校も
real
行かな
quick.
きゃいけないだろうし。
Yeah, definitely not someone I care about missing their message or call or whatever. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu. God, I can't do ours. Kiryu Moika. I am a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time for Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots of Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe-kun. But it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker. No, he's super hacka. About the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about the computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting, and if you could, I'll be super happy if you gave me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moika. Okay, so I can't respond to this one. And there's the picture that we can barely see. Okay. Totally worth reading.
かけないと言っておきながら、フェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのかな
Yeah, that doesn't inconvenience
細
the
けいこ
store.
とはいいんだよ。とりあえずフェリスタンは可愛い。可愛いは正義。猫耳ロリメイドはけしからん。性的な意味で。それでいいだろう。
お前は結局、二次元派なのか三次元派なのか、どちらなのだ
あえて言おう。倍であると。
いろいろとフリーダ
Different
ムだな
meaning for the word bye.
よく言われます。さあせん。
Daru usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Feris. I wish he were this passionate about our experiments.